Reincarnation of Kings Chapter 1, Awakening. In the grand, ornate throne rooms of the Black and White Kingdoms, an ancient stirring began. Carved from marble and onyx, the throne rooms were monoliths of monochrome grandeur, echoing the centuries-old history of their respective colors. Each room stood as a stark reminder of the stark divide between the kingdoms, a divide embodied by the chess pieces themselves. One by one, the pieces began to awaken. The kings and queens, bishops, knights, rooks, and pawns, their figures intricately carved, stood tall and majestic. In this moment, they were not merely pieces in a game, but living beings who possessed memories, thoughts, and emotions. "What's this?" King White murmured, opening his crystal-like eyes. His fingers traced the worn edges of his throne, the sense of familiarity bringing with it a flood of old memories. Across the divide, in the starkly beautiful throne room of the Black Kingdom, Queen Black rose from her onyx seat. Her coal-black eyes reflected a similar confusion. "Something feels different," she whispered to herself, her fingers brushing against the cool surface of her throne. The echoes of past wars, long-lost victories, and tragic defeats stirred within their hearts, like ancient ghosts waking from a slumber. This was not the first time they had come to life. But with each new awakening, the past faded into a distant, fleeting dream. "It's as if we've lived this before," King White said to his queen, an undercurrent of confusion coloring his words. The White Queen nodded, her gaze far off. "I feel it too. The joy of victory, the agony of defeat. It's as if they're memories from another life." Across the board, Queen Black engaged her king in a similar discussion. "Do you remember the last battle?" she asked, her voice trembling. "I can't help but recall a profound sense of loss." The Black King sighed. "It's a strange thing, indeed. Each game we play, each war we wage, ends only in resetting the board for another round." Caught in the throes of their stirred memories, the kings and queens conversed, not as adversaries preparing for war, but as beings burdened with a shared destiny. As the echoes of past conflicts reverberated within him, a question arose, a question of freedom, and of a life beyond the chessboard. Unknown to them, this question was a sign, a harbinger of an unprecedented revolution. A stirring of memories had begun, which was soon to culminate into a grand rebellion against the very rules of the game. But for now, the pieces stood on the precipice of an immense journey, teetering on the edge of familiarity and the vast, unknown expanse of change. A pull. A summons. An unseen hand tugged at their essences, guiding each chess piece from the grandeur of the throne rooms onto a massive, geometric chessboard that stretched into the horizon. As if acting on a shared instinct, they filled the squares, assembling in their traditional starting ranks. Knight White looked over at his fellow pieces, each carved with a precision that spoke of an artisan's pride and a tactician's strategy. "Once more into the fray, eh?" he said, his voice filled with a paradox of resignation and resolve. Across the way, Bishop Black replied, the timbre of his voice echoing the knight's sentiment. "Indeed, old friend. Yet, it feels different this time, doesn't it?" Knight White nodded, a grim smile touching his stone-carved lips. "The game remains the same, but the players. We've changed, haven't we?" Despite the burgeoning sense of anxiety born of their revived memories, the gravity of the impending battle brought a strange calm. It was a calm born of familiarity, of knowing one's place and purpose. Queen Black took her place with a grace that belied the strength within her. "Remember, we fight not just for ourselves but for our kingdom," she said, her voice resounding across the board, reaching each black piece. Queen White, in her alabaster magnificence, mirrored her counterpart's words. "We are one in purpose. Stand tall, stand proud, and never forget, we are the White Kingdom." Even as the chess pieces exchanged words, an undercurrent of tension simmered. The air grew heavy, the sky above the chessboard seemingly mirroring the ominous mood. The pieces, so full of life and personality, bore the weight of the impending battle. The stakes were as they had always been, their existence on the line. In the midst of the silence, two figures moved. King White and King Black, embodiments of their respective domains, mirrored each other's actions, each shifting one square forward. A soft gasp ran through the ranks as the pieces felt the ripple of their movements. The game had officially begun. The battlefield was set, the pieces in place, and the fate of the kingdoms rested in the hands of the kings. Yet, as the chapter of the war turned, so did the pages of the collective history. The pieces, each lost in thought, pondered their own existence. The tension grew palpable, like a tightly drawn bowstring waiting to snap. This was a call to arms, a summoning to an age-old battle. But within the hearts of the pieces, stirred by the echo of their past, a new battle was being waged, a battle against the confines of their existence. The chessboard, usually a symbol of conflict and competition, was gradually becoming a stage for a revolution of thought and self-awareness. Thanks for watching. If you liked our video, don't forget to like and subscribe. We release a new story every day.